I hope y'all are ready for a good time, ladies and gentlemen, because it's episode 39 of the Switch It Up Show. How is it going, my friend Glenn? How you doing today?
I'm doing really well, sir. That almost rhymed. I think it did rhyme, technically.
It did rhyme.
Okay.
It did rhyme.
Right.
I stuttered there for a second because the cat started pushing at the computer again.
Yo, your cat's going straight up wild.
Speaking of wild, we've got a whole wild episode for you, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into it, we're going to let the good tunes go. That was, of course, Anna Managuchi. And this is the inventory. It used to be what we were playing, but now it is going to be a segment where we talk about what we're going to be doing next week on the show. This week, I am a liar because I am not following through. I will be reviewing a different game than the one I mentioned. So next week, I will again try to review No Thing. If that was in fact the game I had said before.
There it is, man. Yeah, you actually you did a good video of No Thing, and it was I had a good time with it. 2 videos, multiple. Wow. So then you're gonna come to the table next week like ready to go. You're gonna have all the details. People are gonna get like the full scoop.
Oh yeah, I always try to finish them out before I review them. Make sure I get the whole game done as best I can.
Yeah,
but
man.
Sometimes it's difficult. Like today, I wish not necessarily. Well, yes, because I didn't. It's a lot of puzzles. And I'll explain it later. What about you? What are you doing?
Speaking of puzzles, sir, next week I'm actually going to be playing Animated Jigsaws, an actual puzzle game putting together puzzles. So
I saw this. This looked whimsical.
It does, man. I feel like it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna
sit down with the kid and play it?
Right? You get the feeling that, like, it's like puzzles. Like, when's the last time I did a puzzle?
I would love to play it with my niece,
But I don't really know how difficult these puzzles are, if it's like an actual, like, kids game or not.
Can't be like 400 pieces.
You never know, right? What if you had to zoom in on the screen to, like...
Oh my god.
get the puzzles.
If it was that deep, I would actually love that. I think that'd be crazy cool.
Or if there was some weird augmented reality thing that you could, like, wear, and it would, like, the puzzle would be, like, 4D.
God, we're all gonna become the best sculptors one day.
That's it, man. I learned from Nintendo. Reality. I learned from Nintendo Switch, but that's what I got on deck. Animated Jigsaw.
Hey, maybe the Labo will give us something like that.
Dude, thing looks so cool. So cool.
I think so. I'm definitely stoked for it.
Yeah.
But, my guy, what are you stoked for? It's time for Potent Power-Ups. There's always good stuff to be stoked for in Potent Power-Ups because it's the news. It's our news, views, and a little bit of info coming out on the Nintendo Switch. I know one that is super awesome is the Spyro remastered. What is it called? Reinflamed? Sparked up?
The Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Were you a fan back in the day? Did you play any of the Spyros?
I didn't have PS1. I've played one of the sequels on PlayStation 3, but believe it or not, I haven't actually played any of the original ones. But it seems like it's a lot of fun, and being able to play it remastered on the Switch is going to be pretty awesome.
Dude, I had a blast with Spyro. It was always a great time.
It's interesting, though, because it looks like it's going to be a timed exclusive on the PlayStation, and then it will come to Xbox One and then, like, Switch at a later date. And it's not going to be on PS4 until September 21st, so we have a little bit of time when it comes to getting to Spyro.
God, that stays alive.
I know, man. I think it looks cool, though. I'm definitely going to pick it up, and that's perfect for me because I haven't played any of the originals. I don't have any of them, so it's not like I'm just buying it to, like, upgrade or whatevs.
Doing it for the first time.
That's it, man. Speaking of games that I have played, did you play Firewatch?
I didn't. I was very interested in it, but I did not.
Dude, you're gonna have a great time. Firewatch got announced that it's coming out on the Switch. I did not catch the review date, but I really had an awesome time playing this on PlayStation 4. If you haven't played this at all, and you have a Switch, you should definitely look into picking it up. It has been it goes on sale a lot on PlayStation Network. So I mean, if your goal is that you want to play it as cheaply as possible, that probably might be one of the places that you want to go to. But if you're all about the portability of the Nintendo Switch, being able to play Firewatch on there is great. It's like a narrative story that you're just exploring. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. Do you know the premise at all?
I don't. Yeah, you play as a park ranger that wakes up in the woods, right? And a fire is ablazing.
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
Not even close?
Yeah, pretty much. You're up in you're a park ranger, and you're up in this watchtower, and you see a flame, and you kind of go out to explore it, and you do all of your talking with this other ranger on a neighboring station, and you talk over the walkie-talkie, and you choose the dialogue choices. So in a way, it's that Telltale type of choose your own adventure type thing.
Nice.
But it's a lot more straightforward than that. It's first person. The graphics are really good, and it's one of those games that the story really grabs you. I had a great time with Firewatch, so I'm pumped that it's coming out on the Switch. I'm excited. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man. And then lastly, you mentioned that offline to me that you were getting more into Splatoon again.
I am lately. I've been playing it again.
And your timing really couldn't be any better, because we actually have the Splatfest coming up this weekend, which is...
Yeah, I already chose my team.
Did you already choose? So in case you don't know out there, Splatfest this week is going to be baseball versus soccer. And yeah. I feel like you chose soccer.
Absolutely.
I feel like soccer, I don't know, it's going to be interesting, because we're playing...
I was a hell of a sweeper back in the day.
Where are you now?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like in North America, I think baseball is going to win. But I don't know. We're gonna find out. I feel like more people are gonna choose baseball, but that's not always how it works. The most popular team is not
better
always the one that
players
wins.
will be on soccer.
That's
the hand-eye that you need, as opposed to a baseball.
It's all right. So
it's all game of chance.
No, well, kind of, sort of. And then I thought, I didn't know that the Splatfest was had different questions in different countries, which totally makes sense. I should even say different regions. So I thought I'd go ahead and ask you the other two for Japan and for Europe. So those are the only other two choices. So Europe, I think, has the best question, and I feel like it's super straightforward. How do you like your popcorn? Team salty or team sweet?
Salty.
Yes, for sure. Salty, right?
And who's that? Europe. Now, I think I definitely want to go salty, because when I'm at the movie theater, I want a super salty popcorn and a nice. You know what my beverage choice is in the movie theater? Is it cherry Coke?
No.
I'm a cherry Coke guy. Unless they have the machine, then it's cherry vanilla.
Oh, that's an air of sophistication that you don't often see. No, I am all about the high C. I want the high C. I want the fruit punch. You got it, man. I love it. It's
like 8?
Let's see. When I go to the movies, I am.
You want it to be the first time every time.
That's it. But I gotta go salty. Although I do like the only time I ever like sweet popcorn, which is that caramel corn. It's when it's in that tin, like Christmas or something.
Okay. The one with the 3 sectionals, the one with the cheese and the butter.
Yeah, that's good though. I like it.
Okay.
And then,
I like a good caramel corn.
Good. And then this one's going to be this one's weirder. This is for Japan. It's what fascinates you the most? Team Unknown Creatures or Team Advanced? And Team Advanced is advanced technology. So Unknown Creatures
fascinates me the most.
Unknown Creatures, and they have these weird fish and stuff on it, or advanced technology.
Advanced technology.
Advanced technology fascinates you the most? I don't know, man. I think I might.
Yeah, because that is fascinating. Seeing what you're able to do, getting closer and closer to Minority Report style video editing.
It's horrifying.
I'm so excited for it.
Are you? You would be.
Right? That just seems classy.
I feel like I'd have to go with Team Unknown Creatures though, because they have all these weird animals and weird things that you don't really know we don't even know about.
That sound, of course, ladies and gentlemen, means that it is time for Press Continue. It's got to be the new releases on the Nintendo Switch. And this week, we don't have as many as we normally do. And I think for the first time ever, there's no Neo Geo Classic game.
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even realize that.
Right? That's like the first time this has ever happened on our 39 episodes.
That's wild, dude.
The first game up is one that I actually love. I love these games. It's Pinball Arcade, and the price says that it's $0. I think that means that you just have to buy all of the tables that you want. I haven't checked at the price. It doesn't say how many prices they are, but it does say that you can play over 90 real pinball tables, including Ghostbusters, Addams Family, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Terminator 2, Twilight Zone, Creature of the Black Lagoon, and Medieval Madness. I personally remember doing Creature of the Black Lagoon, Twilight Zone, Terminator 2, and Star Trek all the time.
Dude, Twilight Zone and Terminator 2 for sure.
I have said for most of my life that you'll know that I'm ready to just like hang it up when I get one of those Sharper Image massaging chairs and a pinball machine in my home.
You know, you're going to have a harder time finding the Sharper Image chair, I feel like. Pinball machines are pretty popular.
I feel like I would have to go with like the original Star Trek pinball machine.
Well, at least this game will like get you like partially there, sir, for a lot cheaper. And I mean, if it's free and it comes with like a demo table, I'll totally download that and play it. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. I loved. There's another it's Zen Pinball. I did like a bunch of the Marvel tables on the Zen Pinball and some of the Star Wars ones. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a really
I'm a
one.
big fan of pinball games for some reason. I don't know why.
What do you think of? What are your thoughts on Angry Birds?
Angry Birds? I'm not the biggest fan.
Well, then you probably won't be into Splat the Fruit, which is the second game on our list today. It is $9.99, and it says, the thinking person's Angry Birds. Splat the Fruit is a thinking person's version of Angry Birds. If you love a challenge and want the freedom of playing a game your own way, you will love Splat the Fruit.
Highbrow Angry Birds?
That's what they're booking it as. They have, it's got all types of different, like metal trusses, and there's bombs and like secret passageways, and you basically have to like get a marble from one end of the screen to the other. They say it's kind of like that Marble Madness game, but mixed with Angry Birds with all types of gadgets. It's interesting. It's $9.99. I feel like it's a little pricey for what it is, but who knows? Maybe it's a blast. Let us know if you play it.
Madness. Mm-hmm. Speaking of madness, the next game, I've heard that it is the most horrifying game possibly ever released. It's The Bunker. It's $12.99, and it's coming out April 9th on the Nintendo Switch. It is a live-action psychological horror game starring Adam Brown from The Hobbit, Sarah Green from Penny Dreadful, with writing talent behind The Witcher, Broken Sword, and Soma. It looks horrifying.
Dude, this looks awesome. I had no idea that this was like live action like this.
Oh yeah, man. The whole thing is like a complete live action, choose your own way to die kind of thing. And I've heard people going on and on about how it's like too much. Like it's just too frightening. So dude, I would love to play this.
Yeah, I love like that full motion video type thing. Like I think that's super cool. Yeah, that looks awesome. Up next is Super Daryl Deluxe. Experience normal high school again in Super Daryl Deluxe, the last totally normal high school themed RPG Vania you'll ever want. So they say it's a brawler style combat set. Yeah, that's right. A brawler style combat set inside of a perfectly normal, sprawling, multi-dimensional high school. It's got RPG elements. It looks like almost like it's a hand-drawn type of, almost like it's out of a comic. Or the graphics. It looks pretty graphic-wise. I dig it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, we almost got the chance to play this today.
I think we certainly will. I'm confident that we'll get the chance to play this. So I don't want to say too much about it because I'm pretty sure you'll hear about it on an upcoming episode.
I am hopeful because I was ready and set to stream it today. And as soon as we do get it, I'm going to be on it. On our YouTube page, be sure to check it out. Search Preach on YouTube. But next up, ladies and gentlemen, coming out on April 10th, is Masters of Anima. It is $17.99, and you get 90 gold points when you buy it on the eShop. It's Masters of Anima is an original adventure game that takes you deep into the magical world of Spark. Battle against the forces of evil in strategic, action-packed battles. It looks kind of like Warcraft-ish. I can't think of the game that I used to play on my phone right now, but it's something like that. Yeah, it looks very like top-down Doom-esque style graphics. I would love to play it. I love those kinds of games as well. These dungeon crawlers. Masters of Anima.
There's a few of those games going around. I feel like those top-down like Doom style like games. They've been popular on the Switch. And then last game that we're talking about this week is going to be Bomb Slinger. It is $11.99 on the eShop. It is a Wild West action game filled with explosive single-player action and hectic 4-player deathmatch battles. The graphics kind of make this look like it is Bomberman a little bit. Yeah, it's like Bomberman set in like the Wild West, and it looks like your character is like this Duke Nukem guy, but he kind of looks like a cowboy. It says, wear the poncho of the bomb slinger, a ruthless bandit turned peaceful rancher on a quest to avenge the murder of his missus, MISSUS, and destruction of his ranch at the hands of his former posse. Bomb your way through hordes of enemies and master his classic bomb slinging gameplay. So that's pretty neat, and it does support up to 4 players. So that could be fun. That is Bomb Slinger for $11.99 on the Nintendo eShop.
Beautiful selections, just like the games we're reviewing today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Let's Play. It's the review segment, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm reviewing a little game that is perfect for you and a friend. It's called Shiftlings Enhanced Edition. It's $15 when you buy it on the eShop, and you get 75 gold points. A couch co-op where size matters. Shiftlings is a colorful puzzle platformer with a twist. You're controlling 2 quirky custodians who are tethered together, one large and one small. Play alone or work together with a friend to run, bounce, and swap size through 55 challenging levels. Each level challenges you to utilize various mechanics to avoid traps and reach the objective. Collectible cola bottles add replay value by opening up new levels and challenges to experience. Warning, use your wits to turn the tether into an advantage. Failure to comply may lead to hilarious results. It is a platformer puzzle multiplayer game that actually came out way back in February. So what I want to say about this is that at first I did play it alone. You can currently see gameplay of me just doing it by myself. Then I had my buddy come over and play it, and it was a completely different experience. It was much better with someone else. It's designed to be played with another person, and they tell you that, where it is a co-op where size matters. It's a co-op game. Graphically, it reminds me a lot of like Ratchet and Clank, something like that. It's very kitsch, a little bit like Bump in the Night, if you remember that old Saturday morning claymation show. Very fun, kind of Abe's Oddworld, Exodus kind of stuff like that. Music's cool, music's a lot of fun. Like I said, you need to play it with somebody else, otherwise it kind of sucks. Like, it's a little difficult. So I'm gonna give this game 2 different scores, and if you're playing it alone, I would give it a 3. You're playing it with somebody else, I would give it a solid 4.
That's fair, man. That's good.
Yeah.
I like the ability to be able to play it with multiple people as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, man, the game it is so, I don't know, it's difficult to switch back and forth and off and on like that, but when you do it with somebody else, it's just fun. Yeah. It's just good, fun platforming nonsense.
Hey, man.
So, yeah, if you've got a buddy, like if you've got roommates, pick this one up.
Awesome. Well, speaking of like kind of just fun nonsense, the game that I'm reviewing this week is going to be Penny Punching Princess from our friends over at NIS America. And my friend, this game is like, I feel it's like a fresh take on like the RPG type of thing. It's like an RPG beat 'em up with like a twist.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun with this, and I wasn't really sure. When I first looked at it, I'm like, the graphics look really cool. I'm gonna fix this music right there. The company has a lot of awesome games, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try. And it ended up being a lot more than just like a fun, like nice looking game. I'm gonna read you the very small synopsis that's over on the eShop, and then I'm gonna hit you with like the much better one that's on their website, because if you're on the eShop, they really don't give you too much information about this, which is a shame, and you might otherwise be put off by the price point because it's $39.99, which is higher than most releases on the eShop. So let me go ahead and give you the very small one. Penny Punching Princess is an isometric brawler that takes place in a world ruled by capitalism, where cash is king. Fight or bribe your way through reclaiming your kingdom from the deadly Dragulians. Now let me go ahead and hit you with the real description over on their website. Long ago, there was an era when might met everything. Monsters threatened humanity, led by a tyrant who ruled through fear. But finally, a hero defeated those evil enemies. The law of the natural world was simple and absolute: survival of the fittest. However, time inevitably yearns for change, and with the never-ending flow of time, people's values will also inevitably change. In this case, it was the rise of capitalism. Money is power. Money is justice. A world where even love can be bought with money. In short, an era has come where when even a level 1 pleb can defeat a tyrant as long as they have the money. So this game, of course, as you can tell by the description, is run completely on money. That's it. Hit Shane McMahon's music right now. So basically what happens is you are a princess set back to reclaim your kingdom, and you have to go through, it's almost like a dungeon crawler in that way, level after level, wave after wave of bad guys to fight, and as you do damage to them, they drop money. As they get stunned, you can hit them even more and they'll drop more money, and once you kill them, there will be more money that you can grab, and you're going through killing off like wave after enemies, getting access to different areas of the level until you ultimately go through and beat a boss. And once you beat a boss, you can get more money, and you kind of progress that way. Now it seems like you'd be like, well, like, is the money just a score? No, because everything in this game can be bribed, like everything. So if you encounter
bribe people, that's the point of the game.
Well, that's an option. So let's say you're fighting like not like a final boss, but like one of the larger enemies, and you're close to dying. If you get close enough to them, you can actually tap on them, and you'll see a price that pops up. And for that much money, you can bribe them, and then they're on your side. And then later on during the fight, you can actually use them to fight for you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's really neat, because there are some moments like there is health scattered around that you can go and get so you can heal. Of course, you have to bribe it to appear on certain places, but once you do, you can use it to kind of heal yourself up. But there's not a ton of health around a lot of the levels. I was playing at the normal difficulty. I always start at like normal because I don't want it to be too easy or too hard.
Yeah.
And especially because it's some of these like dungeon crawlers, I'm not the best, and I'm really not that great at some of the beat 'em ups. So I like the bribe thing, because as I started to get low on health, I had a lot of money. So I was like, okay, well, I can bribe these guys and I can use them later on. And I thought that was really cool.
You always say you wish you could just pay your way to play.
There you go.
Like in Destiny, you're always just like, I wish I could just buy my way into everything.
Can I just buy it? And even later on in the levels where you're going to get to different different routes, you can go through and you can bribe the doors, and like you can bribe the doors to open up and stuff like that. It's really kind of cool. I had a lot of fun with it. There's one main character that you play with, but as you play further, you unlock another one, and on top of being able to earn all this money, I should say, there's also these different statues that you can go through and collect. And once you collect them, you can go through, and then it's when you can start to upgrade all of your armor. And your armor is what's going to give you the extra power to be able to take on some of these more difficult bosses. And along with the extra armor, you can also unlock extra different moves that require different button presses, which you'll see right on the which you'll actually see right on the screen. I find that really helpful because sometimes with some of these like combos, like it can be a little annoying to try to remember what they are. But you'll see them right there, and you can press them. So really, if you're into like a dungeon crawler with like RPG elements with like a little bit of something different with the whole bribing thing, this one really might be up your alley. I think it's a lot of fun. The graphics are really cool. The music is awesome. Like I said, if this was just a straightforward like RPG type game, like it might be something that I'm like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun, but like, you know, how often am I gonna play it? The twist in this like gets me to want to play it more. So like I said, I had a really good time with this. I'm gonna give this a 4.5. This is one of the better games that I've played recently. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and play it again in the future. Penny Punching Princess, $39.99 on the Nintendo eShop. I had a great time, great week. I would say.
Glorious. It was a good week. It was a great week for the Switch. Let us know what your week looked like on the Nintendo Switch. Hit us up at Switch It Up Show on Twitter. Yeah, it's been a great episode. Be sure to subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. Search Preesh. When you go to YouTube, that's PREESH. You'll be able to see a bunch of gameplay from all kinds of games left and right. Be sure to subscribe there. Every little bit helps, ladies and gentlemen. For everybody here, I have been at Seth Trav. I'm at Basic Boy Gaming. He is our friend Glenn. He's at From the Crypt. Together, we are at From the Preachcast, and of course, this is the Switch It Up Show. Be sure to follow everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, and if things ever get boring, remember to just switch it up.